Hello again, welcome to the MasterCAM course. In that lecture, we're gonna talk about 3-axis high-speed toolpath again. So to be able to handle this stuff, actually, I just need to create some boundary. We already have this boundary actually. Let's start with this one. Okay, I'm gonna turn to the here and mill toolpath and surface high-speed toolpath and then hybrid toolpath. Hybrid toolpath is quite important if you would like to use some horizontal toolpath and contour toolpath. You can prefer to use actually hybrid toolpath. Okay, let me make this one and this one 0, and this is actually our hybrid toolpath. Okay, let's talk about this is the model, and let's talk about toolpath control, and then I'm gonna hit here, and then we can easily select our boundary. Okay, so we can be center of our boundary. After that, let me turn back to here and organize my tool. So we can easily create our tool. For example, that can be my tool, 10 millimeter and 2 millimeter radius. So we just need to create our feed rate and cutting speed. And after that, let me turn to the cut parameters. When we turn to the cut parameters, actually, we can see that it's a cut style for actually conventional machining and zigzag. This is our actually and waterline toolpath parameters. And then we can also see Z depth here. It can be 0.15 millimeter. And then we can decide our limiting angle. This limit angle is gonna turn to actually step over, and distance gonna turn to the actually you can see that there is some and scallop toolpath and waterline toolpath. This is the degree of to separate the both of the toolpath. Okay, this is the 3D step over. This is gonna be my Z down millimeter 0.15 millimeter, and this is the 3D step over. My step over can be 0. Actually 25 millimeter. Okay, and then we can also and see here smoothing options. We can also organize our smoothing options, and we can also organize our Z passes like this one, for example. Okay, we can easily add some Z passes, but I don't want to use that stuff for our first step. And after that, we can decide that this part. And let me hit here, and then we can easily calculate our toolpath. And then it is calculated like this. Okay. So according to this perspective, actually, according to my tool, we can use, and we used actually 10 millimeter and the radius 2 millimeter tool. So it means that we have and 6 millimeter is a flat toolpath. So after that, we can turn to here and organize our scallop and the width 2 millimeter. This is actually 2 millimeter, and this is can be actually 4 millimeter. And let me recalculate my toolpath, and then let me check my toolpath. Okay, that toolpath is actually quite good. Okay, let me turn to here to organize my step down. My step down can be 0.15 millimeter, and that can be 2 millimeter. And then let me recalculate my toolpath. Oops, sorry, it is calculating right now. Yeah, it's fine. You're gonna see that's kind of toolpath actually. Okay, so actually this is the sum and perspective to create our toolpath. Actually, we can prefer to use the hybrid toolpath, but as you remember that we are creating that toolpath actually. So maybe we can delete that perspective. This is actually hybrid toolpath, or we can keep our toolpath. You can easily and check out and that toolpath actually. Let me turn to the one, and that can be actually one, and this one, and one as well. And then you're gonna see that that's kind of hybrid toolpath. And at that point, I also would like to emphasize that if you would like to use the hybrid toolpath, you need to be able to separate your custom toolpath and also your actually contour toolpath. So that one is, and I think the better, I think. Okay, so this is the some way to create your hybrid toolpath.